All right, good morning, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. Here's a live look at the wind we're dealing with. Be ready for windy conditions through 6 p.m. where we're going to have temperatures that may stay below 60 degrees until noon on Wednesday. And then finally, Wednesday morning is when we could have some lows in the 30s. So we're going to take a look now at some of those current wind gusts across the area. As you may be headed out the door, it is a windy day. Wind gusts have topped out around 52 miles per hour in Corpus Christi. And that's the peak wind gust I've seen so far. Currently, we're at 48 miles per hour. We're going to let some people join this live update, and then we'll continue on for the next 5 minutes or so. That's about how much time I have, so it shouldn't be too long. Thank you for watching and joining. Once again, I'm meteorologist Carly Smith, and your current time is 8:48 a.m. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Once again, there is a wind advisory. So those headlines had a 6 p.m. wind advisory and gale warning are both until 6 p.m. this evening. We also have an airport warning for those windy conditions. But yeah, it's windy out there. You saw those current wind gusts. Right now it is 55 degrees, so a cold front has moved through. We are watching for some spotty rain showers as well. There will be a little bit of light rainfall here or there. Nothing that's going to have a big impact on your day, mostly just some windshield wipers. Our temperatures are way too warm to worry about freezing temperatures. Also, I should note we're very dry at the surface, so some of this may even kind of evaporate before it makes it down, which is something known as virga. You do see some snow and wintry mix right there kind of across the I-20 area heading toward Midland, Odessa. We would have to zoom in on the map to see the exact location, but that's kind of into portions of West Texas there. Yeah, some winter precip because we are that cold up into the Texas Panhandle and West Texas. Dallas-Fort Worth is at 31, but this is some pretty dry air working its way in, and it is windy air. Wind advisory and gale warning, once again, the biggest issue for the Coastal Bend. Lots of winter weather advisories, additional wind advisories closer to the low, but in between that low and the high, but specifically between the high and the cold front is the reason why we are so windy this morning. These winds are going to cause issues on the water. So we are talking 5 to 7 foot swells near the coast, up to 10, 11 foot swells offshore closer to that buoy, Freeport buoy. That's roughly 60 nautical miles offshore. High pressure, Packery Channel, temperature 72, but that will be falling with this front. Bob Hall Pier, high tide coming up at 1:33 a little bit later for Packery Channel and North Beach. Here's a look at those winds. You see as the cold front swung on through, we saw the wind speeds really increase. It was around 7 a.m. when Corpus Christi reached 52 miles per hour for our peak wind gusts. Kingsville and Falfurrias are now above 30 miles per hour for their peak wind gusts. The timing of that cold front, you'll see those temperatures over the last 24 hours fell right there around 2 a.m. We hit a temperature of 57 degrees. I believe it was closer to 3 a.m. that temperature of 57 degrees came. But yeah, it dropped pretty quickly, roughly 10 degrees immediately as the cold front passed through. You'll see that here, our temperature, Watch Pawnee and Beeville down into the 50s, 67 still at 2:45 a.m. Corpus Christi. And then as we get to 2:49, really 3 a.m., that's when our temperatures continue to fall into the 50s. So it was around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. that we saw those temperatures kind of jump around. But yeah, right now, here's a live look at our current wind gusts and wind speed. Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. Thank you again for watching this live update. Your current time is now 8:51 a.m. on this Monday. Wind gusts are going to be falling. You'll see them around 26 miles per hour around 1 p.m. and then we'll stay around 20 to 25 miles per hour even overnight. The worst of the wind is right now as we speak through about lunchtime. This wind also going to cause some fire danger, elevated fire risk because this is drier, this is strong wind, not the best time to shoot fireworks. Hold off. We'll see improved conditions New Year's Eve and heading into New Year's Day. We've got cooler air at the surface, warmer air going up and over. That warmer air actually more so coming from the west, so that's bringing in Pacific moisture. We'll talk about that, but that does lead to that light rainfall that's still a possibility in the forecast. We're going to stay cloudy, we're going to stay windy, we're going to stay gloomy throughout your Monday. 50s for the afternoon. Temperatures not really changing between now and the afternoon. We'll likely fall into the 40s with that north wind still blowing overnight. Some gusts again, still around 20 to 25 miles per hour overnight. So we're still windy, we're still cloudy, which means we're not going to get down to freezing tonight. I am confident in that. But as we head into Tuesday, we see our clouds clearing. Well, near 60 degrees for our high. We should still stay in the upper 50s though with a northerly wind. But look at that, light and variable winds overnight into Wednesday. We'll see those temperatures falling. It's Wednesday morning. We have a chance to be in the 30s. I'm thinking the majority of the area, mid to upper 30s, not confident in freezing temperatures. Where we could see some temperatures get close to freezing, that'd be areas like Beeville and Refugio. Low 30s are going to be possible. Right now I'm going 33. I think everyone stays above freezing, but it's that northeast corner that has the highest chance of seeing that happen. As far as temperatures go, as long as we're cloudy, we're going to stay right there in the upper 40s, low 50s. Once the sun comes out or skies clear, temperatures may briefly fall there Wednesday morning into the 30s before they heat back up. Again, that's that radiational cooling that takes place. So 64 degrees there by Wednesday. We're warming up into the weekend. Barely even sweater weather. Excuse me. How colder is it going to get this week? Wednesday morning, the coldest day there. Yes. Exactly. So in your 7-day forecast, warmer Wednesday morning. Again, the afternoon Wednesday will be warmer, but Wednesday morning we're talking 30s. Wind returning out of the southeast on Wednesday. That's the reason for a warm up. There may be a weak little boundary that passes through into Saturday that cools us down a little bit, but not a lot. Overall, pretty pleasant conditions, but warmer conditions as we head into the weekend with some pretty light wind. Again, today, hazardous conditions on the water, hazardous conditions for high profile vehicles out on the roadway. Use caution. But that's going to do it for this live update. Thank you so much for watching. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith, signing off.